Personal growth and development, the need for autonomy, and the desire for career change are considered three key consumer activities that will be important in 2023. How can I leverage this knowledge in building my coaching business?
Wow. What are those three things again?
So, three areas: personal growth and development,
Hmm.
autonomy, and career change.
Wow. That's an amazing question.
It is.
I wonder. I think, okay, so whoever put that question together, thank you. Uh, I think, well, all right. Well, the same thinking that put that question together, I mean, it feels super logical, super like thoroughly researched, and just really strong. And I think when you're trying to market coaching, those three character traits or elements are also useful to move into. Like, you know, same thing. I don't know from a coach's standpoint, like from a building a practice standpoint, I don't know how useful it is to think in the global trends as much as it is to think realistically a full-time coach can only have in their practice maybe 30 to 40 current clients before you're at capacity. I know for me at my peak, I think it was in the low 40s, current clients, and that was a lot. When you're thinking, I can only really reach or work with 40 people at any one time, your specialty is much more important than thinking in terms of global trends. And the awareness of coaching has increased so much over the past couple of years that you're no longer having to explain what is coaching, what is life coaching. It's more around, have you accurately identified your audience and have you accurately identified their biggest pain points? This is the most important thing in marketing coaching. And what's hard about marketing coaching and delivering coaching is that the marketing of it focuses on the pain points, but the delivery of coaching almost has to focus completely on the client's inner growth and inner world. So you're not, if you're coaching the pain points, then you're mostly giving advice and problem solution hunting, which is not best practice. I mean, the coaching process breaks down. What we're really doing in the coaching process is we're trying to use the challenge as a foil for insights. You need something to push against. It's almost like you literally at a playground, you need the obstacles in the playground in order to play. We need these challenges and obstacles in order to gain insights. So I think it's much more just pick one of those and then riff on it. Pick personal growth or career change. I'm a career change coach. And when people are looking to change careers, these are the three biggest things. These are the three biggest challenges that they have. And usually at the root of all humans usually have the biggest challenge is, am I worthy? Am I worth it? Yeah. I mean, it's wild when you start getting into it. But yeah, I mean, the thing I've been playing with too in terms of coaching and getting into this idea is it's safe to look inside. And I think sometimes it feels not safe. And I think it comes up with I'm not enough. And coaching allows people to look inside. And so I think one of the biggest competitors that coaches have when establishing a coaching business is not other coaches. It's indifference. It's thinking, I don't really need a coach to do what I'm doing right now. It's like the same thing with personal trainers. Personal trainers can be expensive. But if you have one, chances are you're more likely to go to the gym. You're going to get, better workout. You might pick up things, and then you're probably going to go to the gym more often, even without that personal trainer. The same with coaches. It can be expensive. It's definitely a time and energy investment. But I've lived the uncoached life and I've lived the coached life. The coached life. It's just different. So coaching as a fundamental field absolutely 100% works. the bigger challenge, if you're trying to establish this, is can you accurately identify your target audience? So I would focus more on that rather than the global trends. But I would still use the global trends too. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
But it's not the main focus.
And maybe those global trends were something that someone is passionate about anyway. So it could be an opportunity. So
is that on my end, or
can you hear me?
I can't hear
No,
your sound anymore?
you can't hear me.
Or is it Raj? It's probably me. What I do.
I don't know. Yeah, Ashley can hear me. Hopefully everybody else can hear me. John can't.
Oh, okay. It's me.
Okay. I'll keep speaking. I don't know until John can hear me.
I can hear you now.
Hear me now. All right, great. So yeah, I was just sharing, John, around. So one of the things you shared was perhaps identify if this could be a niche for you. Like one of these areas could be a niche, couldn't they? And then you might want to think on speaking on them or writing articles or blogs. I mean, for me, a lot of my bread and butter is around personal growth. It's the growth mindset with execs and leadership. So that is my niche in that area. And one of the things I talk a lot about is the impact of that. There's a lot of statistics, there's data out there. I like to share articles. I actually shared an article last week on why all leaders should actually be coaches and why they should have coaching skills. So I think it's sharing those resources, talking about it, and thinking about what each of these areas mean to you personally, don't they? I mean, I always love when John says, thinking about the coached life versus the uncoached life. And I've said it before, I can't even imagine my life now without coaching. I'm just a completely different person. And I wouldn't be doing these. I wouldn't be sitting here with you right now, John, because I wouldn't have had the confidence to be in this space.
I just started working with a new coach about 2 months ago. And my current coach, or my previous coach, he got a full-time position and he decided to take it. And so there were a couple months I went without being coached, and you can coast on it for sure, especially having so much knowledge. But then getting back into coaching with a new coach too, especially, it forces you to say out loud and reevaluate. Okay, this is where I'm at. This is where you are. And then interesting things is when different decisions are made because of coaching sessions. That is really interesting. And when that happens, then there starts to become a little bit of it's an upward spiral. You start to make one small decision, you get a little bit of a different outcome. That outcome puts you in a different spot, and it might not be like a huge life-changing thing, but let's say it just changes by 2 or 3 degrees. But those 2 or 3 degrees make a difference, and then another 2 or 3 degrees, and then 6 months down the road, you're in a completely different spot. Just watching it unfold. It should not be surprising for me anymore. I've been in the coaching world now for almost 2 decades.